from shopping.
You mean she never purchased groceries without you?
Not that I know of, no.
And she never put gas in the car?
Not in my car, no. I would put gas in her car when we would go out, because we would take her car to the grocery store.
What was wrong with your car?
That's small, it was a compact, it was only a two-door.
Who put the gas in your car?
Myself, I would use my debit card to pay for my own gas.
Really? So how did you rack up on your card $2,600?
Gas and groceries,
Okay.
and Walmart.
Do you have the receipts from his card?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it, because that's what she would like. She would like the amount that you accrued on your American Express card, and then she would like some money towards the rent, because you moved out and you had signed a lease along with her.
His amounts are highlighted.
Okay, so Ms. White, this is going to be very simple for you, my dear. All these bills, it looks to me as if were for the home. You would agree that all these...
All of that was purchased and...
For the home.
For the home,
Understand? So when you left,
yes.
you left a bill. Do you understand?
There was...
Pay careful attention to me. When you left, there was a bill because you ran it as a household. Sometimes you used your credit card, sometimes she used her credit card. All the same stores on your card and hers, unless you were supporting somebody else's household. Were you, Mr. Weiss?
No, ma'am.
No. Then when you left, and you told me 5 minutes ago that it was your agreement to share the expenses, you walked out on a bill. Do you understand, Mr. Weiss?
I was told that would be paid off when she received a settlement for when she got hit by a car. She said there was no obligation for me to pay that money back ever, even when I got the card.
Listen to me, sir. You told me 5 minutes ago that your agreement when you lived together was you would share expenses. Then you told me that everything on the card was for the household. I looked. You were right. Pay attention. Try opening up your ears, Mr. Weiss. You're not going to win this battle, sir. It's your own testimony that I'm bringing back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You said, A, we shared expenses. B, everything on the card was not for me, it was for the household. And I'm telling you, when you left some expenses. Now do you understand?
I did pay
You
her
left,
back.
show me that you paid her back.
Sorry. Everything in the orange is money I gave her for the American Express to help pay that down.
You have something here for bedding.
That was purchased on the American Express, and I gave her cash.
Show me. Point it out to Bert. Or show it to me. Bedding.
Let's see, it was right. The green one is
Walmart. November 27th, you charged $203.36. You charged in Walmart.
yes, ma'am.
A month before that, so before you bought the bedding,
Yes.
you transferred $150 to her.
Yes.
Before you bought the bedding.
Because we couldn't find the right size to fit our bed, so it took us a while to find the right size. It was an odd-shaped bed.
Are you odd? Do you think that I believe that? That sounds so ridiculous. That you transferred $150 to her a month before you went to the store and bought bedding. All right, Mr. Weiss. The balance at the end of the day, when you finally separated, was $5,000. You owe half of that because that's what you agreed to. You owe half of what that card is because you agreed to split the expenses. Now, when you moved out when? In December, January, or February?
I moved out in January.
You moved out when in January?
I moved out, I believe it was the 14th.
And you would pay January's rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you pay February's rent?
The agreement was that
I asked you a question. Did you pay February's rent?
it was illegally taken out of my account, yes.
Did you pay February's rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but not March.
No.
And when did the lease terminate?
The lease terminates in June.
This June?
Yes.
Ma'am, the
I'd like
locks
to
were
see.
changed.
Shh, shh, shh. I'd like to see what efforts you made to get a roommate.
I had an ad posted on roommates.com.
Show me.
I cannot show you because I spilled on it.
Well, I'm sorry, I
I
can't
know.
help you then.
I also have quite a few friends that I've talked to at work, where I used to work at, and unfortunately work has been slow, so I haven't been able to obtain a roommate.
Can't
for a
help
short
you with the
amount of time.
rent. I can't help you with the rent, get a roommate.
I've tried, but honestly, I didn't sign on to an 8-month lease to live by myself. I signed on to an 8-month lease to live with
That's
him.
what happens. Things happen. You want to move in together without benefit of marriage and playhouse? That happens sometimes. Do you want him to stay there while he was dating somebody else?
No, that's not fair to me.
Of course. So you wanted him out.
I actually didn't want him to leave. I wanted
Ma'am,
to
she
work
changed
his
the
job.
locks in January.
Listen to me.
I couldn't
Listen
even
to
enter
me.
the premises even if I
Are
wanted
you
to.
trying to talk over me? Did you notice how quiet she was when I was questioning you? That's how quiet you're gonna be, Mr. Weiss. I mean, bottom line was she got stuck. You moved out, you found somebody else, and you left her with a 2-bedroom apartment, and you left. Isn't that what happened?
She changed the locks.
Isn't that what happened?
No.
Just a second, are you
No.
telling me, Mr. Weiss, are you telling me she changed the locks before you moved out?
She changed the locks.
Hey, pay careful attention to me, Mr. Weiss. Your mother may be crazy about you, I'm not.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
That stupid grin on your face is inappropriate, do you understand? It's ridiculous looking. You don't belong here, first of all.
Jenna White
You're nothing
says
more than a heretic, and I
ex-boyfriend
don't know
Trevor
why you're
Weiss
working.
owes for his share of credit card charges and for breaking a lease.
Now, are you telling me she changed the locks on you before you physically moved out?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I was in the process of moving my items out because I didn't feel that they were safe in the apartment.
Because why were you moving out, Mr. Weiss?
I never decided to completely move out.
Why were you
Because I
moving out?
didn't feel safe with my belongings at the apartment because she has broken my things before.
Mr. Weiss, why were you breaking up with her? You'd been together, according to you, 4.5 years.
4.5
You want
years.
to tell me why?
4.5 years went by and
There we
I
go.
just didn't love her anymore. And you can't expect
Fine,
to stay.
just a second. Mr. Weiss, you are absolutely entitled to that. You are absolutely entitled to say, my feelings changed before we got married. It's a very good thing that we broke it off. But you have to understand that by you moving out, which is what you were doing, you were moving out. This wasn't as if she changed the locks and you said, I'm going to get the police and go back in and get my stuff and I've been locked out of my apartment. You were leaving, Mr. Weiss, and don't play word games with me because you're going to lose. You were leaving, and if she changed the locks on you, it was after that was already here. You were moving out your stuff, you were leaving, you were starting a different life someplace else.